What's up, home bartenders? Today we're gonna make 4 pre-batch cocktails for your next Christmas party. All right, so you're most likely gonna be hosting a Christmas party this year, or at the very least, you're playing bartender at a Christmas party. So instead of mixing drinks from scratch and spending the entire party doing that, why not pre-batch a set of cocktails and different types of cocktails to please everyone at the party? All right, so I'm gonna go through these 4 cocktails, show you how to make the pre-batch bottles, and then how to assemble the cocktails. Let's do it.
All right, so our first one here is called the Burl Ives, named after the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer singer, and it's basically a Rob Roy with a nice chocolate twist. So the key to making pre-batches is figuring out the total volume of one cocktail and the total volume of your bottle, and then figuring out what the ratio is. So my cocktail is about 100 mils, the bottle is about 1,000 mils, so we have a 10 times ratio. So we have to multiply each ingredient by 10, starting with our scotch and using Isla Mist because it's nice and smoky. Next up, we have our sweet vermouth that we're gonna measure out and dump in the bottle. After that, our crème de cacao. And the last ingredient is the bitters. That's a little tougher to figure out. You could just dash it 40 times, but I figured out that a half an ounce was sufficient.
All right, let's make the Burl Ives.
Okay, to make the drink, all you're gonna do is pour about 2.5 ounces into a mixing glass, give it some ice. We're going to stir to chill and dilute, and then we're simply gonna strain into a Nick and Nora. And to garnish, we're going to use a lemon peel.
Just lay it inside, and there it is, the Burl Ives. You can garnish with a cherry as well if you'd like. I recommend when doing pre-batched cocktails for parties, pre-cut a whole bunch of lemon peels and get all your garnishes ready. Put them in Tupperwares, leave them behind the bar somewhere so that you're not having to always take out a lime or a lemon and peel it. You've got them all ready to go. The Burl Ives. Let's move on.
Okay, our next one here is called the Smoky Christmas. It's basically a Scotch highball. We're using the same Scotch, Isla Mist, because it's nice and smoky, and we're just measuring out. The ratio is about the same, 10 to 1, so we're just going to multiply the ingredients by 10 once again and dump into the bottle. So starting with our Scotch, next up we have raspberry syrup. You can use any red syrup, strawberry, grenadine. We want something red. And finally, we got some lime juice. So we're only putting in the 3 ingredients. Obviously, we're not putting in the ginger ale because you don't want to mix a bubbly ingredient.
And there it is, your Smoky Christmas. All right, let's make one.
Okay, to assemble this one, we want a tall glass highball. I'm using a Poco Grande. We're fill it with ice, and I'm going to dump about 2.5 ounces of our pre-batch mix, and then simply top it with ginger ale. I originally used smoky ginger ale, but I can't find that one anymore. So this one here is the spiced orange ginger ale from Fever Tree. It's nice, it's going to have some nice holiday spices in there, so it's whichever ginger ale you want. We're going to garnish.
Festive straw. There it is, the Smoky Christmas. Moving on. All right, for our last one here, we're making a Christmas margarita. So if you Google Christmas margarita, you're gonna get a bunch of recipes. I know Difford's Guide has one, it's pretty good. It's got cranberry, it's got falernum. For our Christmas margarita this year, we're gonna be making the recipe I made recently on a fall video. I called it then the cranberry mandarin margarita. We're gonna do pretty much the same idea here. It was fall appropriate, but it was also a very Christmassy flavors, so it's going to be very appropriate for our pre-batching right now. So we've got tequila, we've got orange curacao. In the original I used the Mandarin Napoleon, but any kind of brandy orange liqueur will work well. Lime juice, of course, we got cranberry juice, and we've got orange marmalade.
So this one had a different ratio because there's more ingredients. It was a bigger drink, but again, using our formula, so just the total volume of the bottle divided by the total volume of the drink gives us a ratio of 7.5. So that's what we're using, starting with our tequila. After that, we're measuring out our cranberry juice. It's going into the bottle. After that, we've got our orange curacao or whatever you're using, or whatever orange liqueur. Our lime juice, I'm gonna mix the marmalade directly in. Since it's hard to measure the marmalade, but it was a teaspoon, so I'm just gonna do 7 teaspoons. And then we're simply gonna dump that in, scoop it on the marmalade. Now, obviously the marmalade is not fully going to dissolve. You're just gonna have to shake the bottle before pouring a drink.
And there it is, our Christmas margarita. Let's make one.
So 3 ounces of our pre-batch mix. We're gonna give it some ice, quick shaky shake, and dirty dump into a rocks glass, garnish with an orange and some cranberries, and there it is.
Our Christmas Margarita. All right, our last pre-batch drink, you may have guessed it, is our eggnog, our aged eggnog that we made in last week's video. I recommend a moose mug. So just pour our lovely eggnog. All right, I'm thirsty. Let's taste our cocktails. You know, one of the great things about this particular selection of cocktails is there's something for everyone. If you like a nice stiff sipping cocktail, you've got the Burl Ives Highball. You've got the Smoky Christmas, nice and easy, refreshing drink. Margaritas, I believe in the sour family of cocktails, but if you like margaritas, you like a sour cocktail, there's that. And finally, for your creamy eggnog lovers, we've got a classic boozy eggnog. Hope you like that, guys. Make sure you comment below. Let me know what cocktails you would like to pre-batch, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.